thing with Randle right now. I think you can kind of let this play out a little bit.
Julius Randle's uncertain future with the Knicks. Will he receive a contract extension or be traded? Julius Randle has been a key figure for the New York Knicks, becoming their first All-NBA player since Carmelo Anthony, and helping them return to the playoffs before the arrival of Jalen Brunson in 2022. However, with Brunson's emergence as the team's new cornerstone and the addition of valuable role players like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, Randle's future with the Knicks is now uncertain. Despite being eligible for a contract extension, it appears unlikely that Randle will receive one, given the Knicks' current financial considerations. The financial dynamics and market realities surrounding Randle's extension. The main reason a contract extension for Randle seems unlikely is the Knicks' need to carefully manage their salary cap. If they were to extend Randle, it would likely be a 4-year deal worth $181 million, pushing his annual salary above the $40 million mark, a rarity for a player in New York. This significant financial commitment could limit the Knicks' flexibility in making further roster moves, especially with other high-value contracts already in place. Additionally, Randle's market value is somewhat in question due to his recent injury history, having undergone surgeries in each of the past 2 years, including a serious shoulder injury that sidelined him for a substantial part of last season. The Knicks must consider the potential risks of committing to such a large contract. The injury history is a key factor that could affect his perceived value both within the organization and in the trade market. Possible suitors for Randle and the Knicks' dilemma. The Knicks also have to consider the potential interest, or lack thereof, from other teams next off-season. Questions arise. Which teams would be willing to spend $40 million annually on Randle? Potential suitors like the Brooklyn Nets or Washington Wizards may not be eager to invest such a large sum in a player with Randle's injury history and fit concerns. Without a competitive market for his services, the Knicks may find themselves with limited options. Given these dynamics, the Knicks might have to explore alternative paths. One option could be to negotiate a deal similar to what Josh Hart did, opting into his current contract and then working on an extension before a set deadline. However, if no team shows strong interest in paying Randle's current or potential future salary, it could result in Randle's presence on the Knicks has been overshadowed by the breakout performance of Jalen Brunson and the team's recent acquisitions of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Even without Randle playing in the second half of last season, the Knicks secured the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, becoming the only team outside the Boston Celtics to achieve 50 wins. Anunoby in particular had a significant impact after joining the team mid-season, helping them achieve a 23 record in his games played. Given this context, there seems to be a potential redundancy with Randle's role. As a ball-dominant power forward, Randle's style of play may not mesh well with Brunson's emergence as the primary offensive engine. Moreover, with Anunoby and Bridges capable of providing solid two-way contributions, there might be less need for a player like Randle, especially considering his defensive limitations and need for the ball to be effective, should the Knicks trade Julius Randle. Given the circumstances, it seems increasingly likely that Randle could become a key candidate for trade discussions this season. The Knicks might prefer to see how a healthy Randle performs alongside their current core before making a final decision. If Randle can elevate his game and help the Knicks compete with top-tier teams like the Celtics, the team may reconsider and choose to keep him. However, if his performance does not align with their long-term vision, they could explore the market to see what value they could get in return. For the Knicks, a trade involving Randle might be more feasible closer to the trade deadline, when teams are more likely to make moves to shore up their rosters for a playoff push. At that point, A contender might see value in adding a two-time All-NBA talent like Randle, provided they can manage his contract and potential injury risks. Potential trade scenarios and future plans for the Knicks. If the Knicks decide to move Randle, they would likely target a center to balance their roster. While Mitchell Robinson has been a solid contributor, there are still question marks about his consistency and injury history. Randle, in a small ball center role, could also be an intriguing option for teams looking for a versatile offensive player who can stretch the floor and provide rebounding and secondary playmaking. Should the Knicks find a trade that offers an upgrade at the center position or a package that aligns with their future plans, they may decide to part ways with Randle. However, if no such offer materializes and Randle proves his worth by staying healthy and contributing at a high level, the Knicks might be compelled to consider extending him to keep their core intact. Conclusion. A decision looms for the Knicks. Julius Randle's future with the Knicks is undoubtedly at a crossroads. While he has been a valuable contributor to the team's resurgence, the landscape has changed with the emergence of Jalen Brunson and the additions of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. With financial considerations and on-court fit playing crucial roles, the Knicks must carefully weigh their options. Should they keep Randle and hope for a continued strong performance, or trade him to capitalize on his value and build a more balanced and sustainable roster? The answer will likely unfold as the season progresses and as the Knicks evaluate their position in the Eastern Conference standings. Knicks fans, what do you think? Should the team commit to Randle with a contract extension, or should they explore the trade market to find a better fit for their future? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Is Julius Randle with the Knicks?